Carney is spending today at the Association of Southeast Asian Nations Summit in Malaysia, looking to drum up investment into Canada. Earlier this week, Carney said Ottawa has a goal of doubling exports to markets outside the U.S. in the next decade as Canada looks to diversify its markets. U.S. President Donald Trump is also set to attend the summit. The Prime Minister's office has said there is no meeting set between Trump and Carney. With me now is Peter MacKay, former Foreign Affairs Minister. Thank you very much, sir, for being here. Now, we do know Canada's Foreign Affairs Minister was in Asia trying to lay the groundwork for a meeting between Chinese President Xi Jinping and Mark Carney. How significant could a meeting between these two leaders be?
Well, I think it would be significant, Renee, and I think that both the work of the Foreign Affairs Minister and the Prime Minister is very much in keeping with this plan to diversify trade and to move away from an over-reliance on the American market. But that is going to take time. And let's be clear, we are never going to completely decouple or, in fact, at any time in the near future, replace the amount of trade that we do with the United States of America. So I think we need to take a little bit of an appetizer suppressant or sort of level out the expectation that we're going to somehow completely break away from the Americans and replace that with other marketplace.
What can realistically be accomplished at these summits?
Well, personal relationships matter. And I think what we have seen is a complacency. We, Canada, have already signed free trade agreements with over 40 countries. In fact, the Harper government set a record pace for signing new agreements with the European Union, with the Asia Pacific. There are other markets that we should be aggressively pursuing. The United Kingdom comes to mind. And so the expectation is do both. Do the work to get new market share, but also, of course, shore things up on the home front. And I think that's where this balance may be a little bit out of whack right now, where Prime Minister Carney is overseas, but there's a bit of a turmoil and an emergency here at home, including what premiers are doing, going wildly off in all directions and provoking the type of very catastrophic reaction we saw from President Trump this week.
Yes, that is certainly very true. So where would you advise Carney to go from here? How important is it to bring all of the premiers together to have one united front when it comes to trade talks?
Well, he's got a lot of moving parts here. I think the fact that he's in Malaysia right now at the ASEAN meeting and President Trump will be there, he should make that his priority, is to try to get some FaceTime with the president and maybe talk him a little bit off the cliff. As far as, circling the wagons here at home and trying to get our premiers once again pulling in the same direction, I think that's important. I mean, rumors are swirling that Premier Eby in BC is now thinking of running a similar type of ad campaign. It looks good. It's great domestic, local politics to, give the appearance that you're standing up to this evil tyrant. But, as we've seen, this has national consequences. Sector by sector fallout is happening now as a result of breaking off the trade agreements and leaving these tariffs in place. And so, I think, frankly, the priority is right here, minding the fences at home and trying to get this trade talk back on track.
What are the chances that Carney and Trump will have a sit-down?
Well, a sit-down is one thing, and that is usually something that is requested well in advance, just as some of these talks, the communique is already written. But there is the chance, and I've been to many of these foreign meetings, you have the spontaneity to go up and say, look, I would really like 5 minutes of your time. There's a lot at stake for both of our countries. There's nothing prohibiting the Prime Minister from doing that. And so I suspect strongly that he will, or he will attempt to do so, or even have intermediaries set this up.
Interesting. We will have to leave it there. Peter MacKay, former Foreign Affairs Minister, thank you very much for your time, sir. Appreciate you being here.
You're very welcome, Renee. Thank you.
Take care.